Yo, forget the private jets, the Rolex watches, and the million-dollar contracts for a hot minute. I'm about to take you on a ride to where real dreams are born, and trust me, it ain't in some fancy academy. Picture this. A sun-baked, dusty patch of grass in Tegest, this tiny town in Tenerife, where the goalposts were made of old pipes and the only VIP seats were on a rusty swing set. This is where Pedro Gonzalez Lopez, yeah, the one they now call Pedri, first caught the bug. This wasn't just some kid kicking a ball. This was a scrawny little magician whose feet were straight up glued to that thing. While other teenagers were out trying to get Instagram famous, Pedri was in his bedroom, breaking down Iniesta highlights like it was a college course. His family, they weren't swimming in cash. His granddad was his ride or die, his OG, driving him to practice in a car that had more miles than a spaceship, seeing the genius in him when everyone else just saw a quiet, skinny boy. The local coaches at Juventud Laguna, they knew within 5 minutes. They'd look at each other like, bro, this kid is different, he's built different. He wasn't just technically good. His brain was processing the game at a speed that didn't make sense. He was seeing passes 3 moves before anyone else, like he had a freaking crystal ball. The game was just slower for him. When Las Palmas, a club known for polishing rough diamonds, scooped him up at 16, the spotlight got brighter. Moving away from home was tough, but Pedri, he channeled it all into his game. He'd show up to training and casually nutmeg a 30-year-old veteran, then just give a shy little nod like, "Oops, my bad." The buzz started as a whisper in the Canary Islands and quickly became a roar across Spain. The big dogs, Madrid, Atletico, they all came sniffing. But when Barcelona, the club of his dreams, the club of Cruyff and Messi, picked up the phone, Pedri didn't hesitate. No drama, no bidding war. It was a simple, I'm in, but let's keep it a buck. The pressure was immense. They were calling him the next big thing. A kid from a tiny island was supposed to walk into Camp Nou and help fix a broken giant. The weight of that expectation could have crushed anyone. Walking into that Barcelona locker room for the first time had to feel like walking onto a movie set. Here's this teenager, fresh off the boat from the islands, surrounded by dudes whose faces he'd seen on video game covers. The imposter syndrome had to be real, but coach Ronald Koeman, a straight shooter if there ever was one, wasn't about to coddle him. He saw the diamond and threw him straight into the deep end from day one. No babysitting, no easing him in. And man, did the kid deliver. That first season, Pedri didn't just play, he put the whole league on notice. The Barcelona faithful, who can boo a legend if he has one bad game, fell head over heels. They nicknamed him La Perla de Tenerife, the Canarian Pearl, and it fit perfectly. His game was a beautiful contradiction, silky smooth yet brutally effective. One-touch passes that cut through defenses, a spatial awareness that was downright creepy, and a work rate that made you forget he was the youngest guy on the pitch. He made the impossible look routine, but then the machine hit a wall. What came next was a schedule from hell. In one insane, non-stop year, this teenager became a starter for Barca, a key player for the Spanish national team in the Euros, and then went straight to the Tokyo Olympics. My guy played over 70 professional games. Let that sink in. 70, it was borderline criminal. Unsurprisingly, his body, which was still filling out, finally waved the white flag. The injury was a harsh, forced pause. For a footballer, especially one who lives for the rhythm and flow of the game, being stuck on the sidelines is a special kind of mental torture. And of course, the haters came out. He's burnt out, they've ruined him. Too much too soon. The noise was everywhere, but this is where we saw what Pedri was really made of. The quiet kid had a core of solid steel. He didn't fire back on social media. He didn't give dramatic interviews. He just disappeared into the lab. The lab was where Pedri went from a prodigy to a monster. While the world was talking, he was working. He wasn't just rehabbing, he was rebuilding his entire body from the ground up. He packed on muscle, added power to his frame, and turned his biggest weakness into a strength. He spent hours studying his own game, finding those tiny margins for improvement. When he finally stepped back onto the pitch, it wasn't just a comeback, it was an evolution. The same elegant touch was there, the same insane vision, but now there was a new power, a new explosiveness, and a quiet, unshakable confidence that screamed, "I've been through it." The club recognized this transformation by handing him the ultimate honor. The legendary number 8 jersey, once worn by his idol, Andres Iniesta. It wasn't just a number swap, it was a passing of the torch. The message was deafening. The student had not only learned, he was now ready to lead. And lead he did, with that number 8 on his back, a weight of expectation that would crush most men. Pedri blossomed. He became the undisputed engine of Barcelona's new era. In the fiery cauldron of El Clasico, with 90,000 people screaming and the world watching, he's the calm in the storm. He'll receive a pass with 2 monsters breathing down his neck, use a simple, devastating shoulder drop to create a yard of space, and then whip a pass that dissects the entire defense like a surgeon. He's not just playing football, he's composing a symphony. The individual awards started rolling in the Golden Boy, the Copa Trophy, cementing his status as the best young player on the planet. But if you watch his interviews, you'll see it never really gets him that hype. The individual stuff is cool, but you can see in his eyes that it's all about the crest on the front of the shirt. It's about Barcelona. What's truly scary is how he's growing into a leader. His connection with the other young guns, Gavi's fiery passion, Lamine Yamal's fearless flair, is straight up telepathic. They move as one unit with a shared brain, their play echoing the tiki-taka glory days but with a modern, ruthless edge. Pedri is the calm conductor of this chaotic orchestra. He's the one who controls the tempo, who decides when to speed up the game and when to put his foot on the ball. He's the leader of this new Spanish revolution at Barca, not by being the loudest, but by being the most decisive. Think about the journey, from that dusty pitch in Tegest, where dreams felt a million miles away, to the hallowed turf of Camp Nou, becoming the prince of the club. His story is a masterclass in modern greatness. It proves that in an era of flashy social media and instant fame, the real ones are still built in the shadows. They're built through silent sacrifice, through grinding when nobody's watching, and through an unshakable belief in yourself even when your own body betrays you. It's a reminder that the real G's in this world don't need to scream for attention. Their craft does all the talking for them. Pedri's story screams that true, lasting success ain't about the hype train. It's about the daily grind, the patience to overcome setbacks, and that pure, undying love for the game that first made you fall in love with a ball at your feet. So I gotta ask you, what's your version of that dusty pitch in Tenerife? What's that one dream you're grinding for, no matter how many people tell you you're crazy? What gets you out of bed when you're tired, when you're sore, when you feel like quitting? Drop a comment below and let the world know what fuels your fire. And if you rock with underdog stories, if you believe in the power of quiet dedication over loud talk, then do us a solid. Smash that like button, subscribe for more real talk about real ballers, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story of pure grit. Let's get it.